Hello, I'm Captain Iceblock. My hero pool consists of all the heroes named Storm Spirit, and here's what I do. Basic guides, advanced guides, Storm vs X, and replay analysis. And I sometimes stream, and coach, and analyze your replays. To support the content, you can get one of those services, or just buy me a cup of coffee on Patreon. And with all that said, let's go.
Storm clouds are gathering!
But first, a sponsored message from myself. What started out as a one-time replay analysis soon grew into another amateur video on Storm, then another, and before you know it, now we have a full channel dedicated to dissecting not only Storm, but other heroes and mechanics in the most comprehensible manner. It was a tiny side project, but now it's becoming my full-time hobby, as I have also started educational Storm streams, coaching, and replay analysis requests. Eventually, I'm hoping that one day some of my income will come exactly from what I love to do the most, playing Storm and teaching the good people. There are a lot of topics prepared to be discussed, and many more will arise in the future, and these videos will forever remain free. If you find these useful, entertaining, or just appreciate what I do, it would mean a lot to me if you'd visit my Patreon page and consider a small donation. In return for your investment, I am offering a free coaching and replay analysis at your convenience, and until next year, as a discount, you get twice as much uses. I'll keep this message running for one more episode and then stop bothering you. Thank you so much for being part of our community. So today, we're going to explore some farming patterns for the mid heroes. Keep in mind that in order to be efficient with a farm, your hero must have a reliable wave clearer such as Storm's Q, Shadow Friend's Raise, Lina's 2 spells, and so on. If your hero is something like Monkey King, Clinks, or Skywrath, those heroes either have long cooldowns on the wave clearing spells, or don't have these spells at all, and are better off utilizing their mid advantage by pressuring other lanes. So let's talk efficiency. It should be common knowledge that lane creeps are much more valuable than the jungle equivalent. In an ideal scenario, to get the most out of the lane, a player would last hit every enemy creep and deny every own creep. This is especially true when laning against a hero that doesn't have the means to catch up in the jungle. So if, for example, you are a Bloodseeker mid who manages to completely dominate enemy Phantom Assassin, the enemy is now most likely going to play from behind for the entire game. That is an ideal scenario, but in the words of Thanos, reality is often disappointing. In most cases, when one mid-hero is stronger than another, the weaker one will still find ways to keep the farm up. As such, instead of sitting in the lane trying to simulate the perfect last hit game, some players will maximize what they can take from the lane by going to the jungle in between waves. Other players will instead be forced to rotate into the jungle, as they can no longer safely approach the wave without risking losing too much HP or dying. That is defensive rotation between waves and the jungle. An offensive rotation would be a similar scenario, except the hero on the offense can clear the wave either fast or safe or both. Let's explore the defensive options, with Storm Spirit as an example. Against most lane counters, early level Storm can farm just fine by using any combination of Remnant or Overload last hits, maintaining distance if needed. However, some enemy mids get their power spikes at level 3 or 4, thus being able to put so much pressure that Storm is now at risk just by staying near the wave. In that case, Storm should only attempt to last hit either on his high ground or under the tower. Anything other than that is too risky and should be substituted for a walk into the jungle. Likewise, again using Storm Spirit as an example, if there is no risk of dying, a Storm on the offense would safely clear the wave at any meeting point, then switch back to take the jungle farm. Interesting to note here, some heroes can completely switch positions with a level 6. For example, a defensive Storm at level 6, once careful to approach the wave, would now just offensively walk, jump in, clear it, then jump back out. So we have identified why some heroes might want to rotate between the lane and the jungle, now let's identify when. This will depend on a couple of factors and will be unique each game. You'll want to ask yourselves these questions and after summarizing the results, make the decision to push out the lane or not. Can I last hit safely? Can I prevent enemy mid from farming? Is my own farm more valuable than enemy mids? Is preventing enemy mid from snowballing the top priority? Is there a rune coming up? Will I make it in time to stack the big camp? Once you know why and when, you make the decision to rotate to the jungle, and now we can explore how. On paper, it's pretty simple: approach the lane, hit a few spells, walk back. But doing it consistently across the games will take practice. Your most valuable skill will become watching the clock. When pushing out the lane, there are two main goals: either taking the rune or stacking the big camp. Can do both. Which one's your own priority will be decided by what kind of hero you are and what kind of rune has spawned. For the rune, your own wave that is walking towards the enemy tower as the rune is spawning is ideal. If you have vision, you already know which way to go to collect, and enemy mid, should he choose to contest, will be losing farm. For the jungle camp, your departure should be made earlier. Know that you must be ready to right-click the camp at about 55-second mark. But again, those are ideal scenarios, which won't often manifest themselves. Sometimes the lane moves your tower at an inconvenient times, sometimes you gotta battle the enemy mid, sometimes you die. If the lane is pushed out without a good timing, your priorities go as follows. Is there a rune? Is it a good rune? Can I utilize it? Go take it. Is the clock reaching an ideal time to stack the big camp? Go stack it. Anything else means you will want to be clearing the small camps until the rune becomes known or stacking the big camp becomes an option. And by now, we have covered why, when, and how. Some final notes: always pop a clarity when leaving for the jungle. Usually, you'll be able to use the full value of it before returning back to the lane. The shrine is yours to use at the earliest convenience, but look around if there's anyone else that needs it too and invite them to the shrine party. If you're in the process of clearing a camp and the creep wave is already at your tower, it is okay to stop what you're doing and teleport back to the tower to clear it. After finishing the stack the big camp, it is ideal to return back to the base to pick up new items, refill, and if your hero is capable of it, attempt to teleport and ambush the enemy mid. And that is all for today. Good luck.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm getting a second wind.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's stupendous.
This should make my life easier.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Where's the party?
Finders, keepers.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Over here now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Forsaken.
Your minions have shut you down.
Double damage. Wooden hop. Zap. Safe word. Looking for me?
Killing spree. Hello, this is Gabe Newell.
Told you a
Thanks for
storm
playing
was
Dota 2.
coming.
Double kill.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Zap.
Killing spree. Double kill.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Haste!
Here I am. Over here now. Zip.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I can't feel my
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Almighty. Stupendous.